Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name's Paul. Today we're going to head down south, try and answer that age-old question: is Margaret River worth all the hype? Now, I've been ready to go for ages, but that's the joys of having a beautiful Latina wife. I'm waiting, but while we wait, let's roll the intro. Hey guys, we're ready to go at last, and believe me, it took a lot longer than the 18 seconds of the intro. This is my wife Janet. You haven't met her yet. We were planning today, we had to stop at her work, that's why we're here now, but we were planning to go down the Southwest Highway and show you guys a bit of WA's beautiful countryside, but it's getting really late, the weather's not the best, so we're just going to go straight down the freeway, and we'll show you a few things along the way. But for now, it's goodbye.
One
Okay guys, so this beautiful old tree behind me here, it's one of a few left in the whole entire world. It's sad, but this whole area, at least there's a few of them left here. But that's the chewit tree, and it's a dying brand. And if you look, no, there's none here, but there's quite a lot of dead ones along the road, which is quite sad. But we're going to keep on going. Hey guys, excuse the sunglasses, but it's really quite glary up here. This is take two, the first one the sun came out from behind the clouds. As you can see, it's a bit blue sky here. This is the Rest a While Hotel. This is where we always stay when we're in Busselton. Nothing luxury, but it's clean. I'll give you a room tour in a minute. Lovely, friendly family. So if you're coming down this way guys, this is Busselton. Margaret River's maybe 20 k's down the road, but this is a great place to do the loop, to do the winery loop, chocolate factory, or the cheese factory, all the touristy things everyone does. So that's the Rest a While Hotel guys. And I want to say I'm getting nothing from these guys for doing this. It's just where we've always stayed. We love these people, and I'm doing this off my own bat. Okay, so let's do a little room tour. There's the bed, obviously, nice little bed. This is, we like it here, I've always stayed here. It's got its own little kitchen. And a bathroom. Everything's clean, tidy. It's always a nice place to come and stay. Shower. Toilet and the sink. Morning. We're down at Geograph Bay, Busselton. Geograph Bay out here. I did come down to give them the Mavic Mini a bit of a fly, but there's some really terrible weather coming across, so that's not going to happen. We've got the jetty in the background, but the sun's right over it, so I can't show you that for now, but we'll show you before we go. Margaret River loop. We'll take you to the Lewin estate. We'll take you to, well, first we'll go to the deer factory, but guys, I can talk, tell you what we're going to do, but why don't we just do it? Hey guys, here we are in Dunsborough. I'll give you a bit of a panoramic view. When I first came here, this row of shops in front of me I'm just about to show you with the bakery and everything was pretty much all that was here, and the pub across the road over there, which I'll show you again. Well, at the old pub, this is a new one they've rebuilt. We'll give you a bit of a look at Dunsborough now. Hey guys, this is the old Dunsborough pub behind me here. Used to be a much older building when I was a young bloke. Again, sorry about the sunglasses guys, but it's so bright today. Before, all that was here was this building. Dunsborough's grown so much. This building and the row of shops I showed you before. Hey guys, so this is the Dunsborough foreshore. This is Cape Naturalist behind us here. I wish I could get the drone up, but it's just a terrible day, but this is a beautiful part of Western Australia. I'll give you a little bit of a panoramic now. Alright guys, this is the famous Yallingup beach. A few waves out there today, but only a couple of guys surfing. Now we're at the Margaret River Venison farm. For you vegetarians out there, I apologise, but this is a pretty popular place to stop. They've got all sorts of venison meats and jerkies and things in there, but we'll go in and have a look. Now we're at the famous Margaret River, and we're really testing the dead cat today to see if there's wind noise. If there is, I apologise. This is actually called Providore Point. Margaret River's a town which is about 8 kilometres that way, and Providore Point's the famous surf beaches. Possibly, well, Bell's Beach would be the most famous in Australia, and the Gold Coast Surfers Paradise, but this is, you know, the pretty famous beach worldwide. And we're in the famous Margaret River. I suppose everyone can tell stories like this, but when I was young, making money and blowing it like it was water, could have bought blocks of land here for about $10,000. No one wanted to be here. Now those same blocks are worth $1 million, $2 million. This is a very, very popular little town. Now the first place we're going to go to, if it's open, is the fudge factory. But one of the many things I've given up over the years is avoidable sugar, and you know what, it's not open. Oh well, that's alright. Everyone's still getting over coronavirus. They don't know whether to open or not now that the restrictions have been lessened. So we're at Miller's Ice Creamery having a hot chocolate. They make the most delicious ice cream, but like I said, I've given up avoidable sugar, so it has to be a sugarless hot chocolate for now. Now we're at Margaret River Nuts and Cereals. Sorry guys, there's a lot of wineries I wanted to take you to, but a lot of the stuff's shut. I would have thought this long weekend they would have been opening, get as much money as they can, but that's how things are. But this is open, the Nuts and Cereals. We usually stop in here. This is all part of the tourist route. This is in between the Busselton Highway, which is the inland road, and Caves Road, which kind of follows the coast, but not really. The first time we came here, I gave Janet a handful of wasabi nuts and told her how delicious they were. That's when she used to love me more and thought my sense of humour was funny. Okay guys, so now we're at the Margaret River Chocolate Company. Very, very popular place, this one. It's back in my sugar eating days. This was my second favourite place on this little loop. My favourite is one we're going to next, which is the Margaret River Dairy. Most delicious cheese I've ever tasted. Absolutely beautiful. I'm about to get run over here. But for now, we'll go in and have a look at the chocolate factory. And this is on the same road as the Nuts and Cereals. It's on a road in between all these places. All the tourist maps you get in Busselton, Margaret River, Dunsborough, they've got all these places well advertised on them. So you'll be able to find everything, and I'll put links down below to all the places. Oh guys, there's a queue a mile long because only 20 people allowed in there at once, so we're not going to bother going in because neither of us eat chocolate, but this is well worth coming and visiting if you're in the area. And now we're at the Margaret River Providore. Going to go in and grab some of their delicious lemon butter, but we'll show you around while in there. They've got a lot of stuff. Now we're at the Margaret River Dairy Company. This is my favourite. Best cheese I've ever eaten. So I get a kilo of cheese here, I go home and I make the most expensive grilled cheese you've ever had, but it's delicious. Hey, behind me here's the Waroona Hotel. It's next day today. We haven't been doing much filming. I got a bit on the GoPro on the front of the car and put the drone up a couple of times. Just as we were driving home, I wanted to stop here and tell you guys. My baby sister used to work here, and the last time I saw her was about 25 years ago. My ex and I drove up from Bunbury to visit, and she was more messed up than I'd ever seen her. Like, we'd always done a lot of drugs and partied a bit, but this was worse than I'd ever seen her. And I'd travelled all my life, guys, so I was only ever home for a month or two a year, and so she'd see me partying with all my mates. And this day I wanted to tell her there's a big difference, but only a tiny little line between a binge and a habit. But I didn't say anything because we were always so happy when we saw each other that I didn't want to ruin it by being a big brother. Anyway, she was dead 4 days later. So guys, if you ever hear me telling stories on this channel and think that I'm glorifying drugs, or if you read my book, which is basically just 12 years of me travelling around this country doing drugs and alcohol, believe me, I'm not glorifying it all. I'm 100% clean and sober for over 15 years. And I don't mean one day at a time sort of thing. I mean 100%. I have no desire whatsoever to go back to that life. And I just wanted to share that little story with you guys, and we're going to get back on the road now. And we're back home now. Sorry we didn't get to show you nearly as much as I wanted, but all the wineries had their doors shut, most places were closed, and I've found out since that the wineries are put into the same category as hotels, and with this coronavirus restrictions, the hotels are only allowed to serve alcohol with food. So for the wineries to do wine tastings, they would have had to put on a chef and supply food, so it was easier for most of them just to keep their doors shut. And the question in the beginning was, is Margaret River worth all the hype? Well, we think so. We love going down there. We go down there at least a couple of times a year. It's a lovely, lovely area, but you guys are going to have to go down there and decide for yourselves. And you've made it to the end of my very first vlog, so congratulations. You're part of a handful of people that'll be able to say they were here from the very beginning. I promise you these will get better. I'm studying with the Lost Creator Academy, learning how to do all this stuff, and I'm spending a lot of money on gear, so hopefully I'll be, well, not hopefully, I promise I'll give you some better content. And in 10 months from now, so March 2021, coronavirus allowing, I'll be riding this motorcycle from Bangladesh to Mongolia for 7 months. So guys, subscribe down below, give me a big thumbs up. Oh, and when I go to Bangladesh there'll be a website. You'll be able to get a copy of the book on the website, and once it's open I'll try and add a link to the description of this video down below, but if I can't work out how to do that, just look at the Bangladesh and forward videos and there'll be a link in every one. So guys, thanks again making it to the end, and I'll see you next time.